Okay, now I got to see what soil I'm finna pull from. You know, this is part of content creation. You know, people, I should be better about this. I should have been set up, hadn't I? Okay, y'all, I done found me. And let me show you this. Y'all know these things, what you get your mushroom in? Look what fit in there perfect. Just like that there. Look at that there. So you got your a cell thing and a tray. A cell thing and a tray where you can water from the bottom. Y'all, sometimes you have to make do. Because when I get ready to do this here, I find me another set. Now that there ain't gonna fit, okay? So that ain't gonna work. But we gonna get moving. I got some soil down here. Oh, start with it. Okay. Now, this is tore up from the floor up. That's got to go in the trash. That's going directly in the garbage. Oh no, wait a minute. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. See, I don't pay attention sometimes. You got to catch this stuff. Anyway, so I'm gonna fill this up. Lies, I ain't gonna fill it all the way up. I'm gonna fill it part the way up. Y'all don't need to see what I'm doing. I'm just putting dirt in here. If you can't put no dirt in no thing, you may need to start over at gardening 098. Did anybody go to college and have to take remedial classes? I didn't. But when your classes started with a 0, that was the remedial. That was the remedial course. So if you had 096, 098, all them things, that was remedial. This got holes in it. I believe that got holes in it too. Some of these don't have holes. But anyway, it is what it is. We're gonna have to move. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna take these plants over here and get them up out of here. They got a little root system on it, don't it? And this brassica, I'm going to bury it a little deeper. You can bury your brassicas a little deeper. It ain't gonna hurt them none. If y'all know how they grow, that little old stem, that little long stem, it gets kind of tough anyway. Whatever that was purple and it was pretty looking. What that was. I planted, ooh, that wasn't smart. I planted, I'm tangled up here. I believe I just killed that one. Homie committed suicide, I think. It's a little rude on him. We'll see, will he make it? Probably won't. We may have to do a funeral service for that one. I'm gonna be honest and tell you, I don't know what the bleep half this is. I just know it's brassicas. That's all I know. As per usual, I did not label. If you a stickler for knowing what stuff is, and you know you're gonna have a stroke if you don't label. Please label. Do not tell people that I instruct people to not label. Y'all hear all that racing? Lord, it's like I live at the Indy 500. I hadn't seen that man with that Mustang in months. That car must have been broke down. But it's running now. But anyhow, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Y'all don't mind me. Sometimes I can't work and talk sometimes. And then sometimes I can work and talk just fine. It depends on what day of the week it is and whether I've eaten my Wheaties or not. But like I said, I don't know what this is. Don't go out here telling people I told you to not label. That's a lie. It doesn't bother me to not know what something is. I know it's a brassica. That's all I need to know at this juncture. I don't need to know what every single something is in order for me to feel. I don't know however you're trying to feel. I got 3 in that one. I need 3 more though. So this tray is empty now, so now I can start something else in this tray. This right here, I can tell you now. What is this? This is a brassica, but this is some kind of, what is this? I put the top of the thing in here. Where the rest of the seed pack? This is a type of cabbage. I think that's what it is, if I'm not mistaken. And when I sold this, it didn't have all these leaves. These leaves have fallen in here. But it's okay. It helps mulch your stuff. You should be mulching, people. If you're not mulching, get the mulching. You're going to wish you had mulched if you ain't mulching. I actually like the way... Don't tear the stuff up, girl. I actually like the way these came up. They didn't come up as tight as some of the other stuff. I'm not exactly sure why, but hey, I'll take it. I do know that these seeds came from Natalie Williams, though. That I do know, because I recognize the seed pack. She sent me some stuff, honey. I can't bit more read that language than the man in the moon. All I know is, well, it had what the variety was on there. It didn't have it was in an Asian language. I don't know if that was Korean, Japanese, what, I don't know what language. But it had on there the variety of the stuff, but it didn't have like on the back, the part that I couldn't read because of the language was just how you grow it, basically. I don't need that in. I don't need to read that. I don't even read the back of seed packs no more. You know, do what you will with that information, but I don't read the back of seed packs no more, and how to grow stuff, and I don't read that. If you're wondering what I'm doing, like I told y'all, these brassicas, I tend to bury them just a little bit deeper, because y'all know what I mean. They get that, if you've grown brassicas, you know that they get that long kind of stem. You can bury all that initial stem. You can bury all that. Ain't no need of you trying to, you know, bury it, plant it exactly where it was. You'll actually make a stronger plant if you bury that little bit of that stem. Now, Is that an absolute rule that you have to be? Nope. And that's what I'm trying to tell you all. That sometimes when you're listening and somebody tell you something and make like it's absolute and that's the only way you can do it, they're probably lying. Just trying to tell you. Tell me if I'm lying. Is it only one way to do anything, really? No. It's a million ways to do a lot of different stuff, and everybody does things a lot of different ways. Whether it's cooking, cleaning, gardening, anything. People do stuff a lot of different ways. So, you know, don't always be so beholden to, oh, I have to do it just like I saw so-and-so do it on the thing. Honey, if you see me struggling, by all means, don't do it the way I'm doing it. You find you a way to do. Find you a way that works for you. Then everybody has whatever challenges that they have, whether it's a mobility issue, whether it's, you know what I mean? People have a lot of different things going on in their life. Maybe you don't have a certain amount of patience. That plays a factor too. Sometimes, because I ain't gonna lie, this up-potting business, let me tell y'all something. It's a reason why y'all don't see me doing a lot of this. I don't really have the patience for it. But in this case, I'm doing it. Like I said, I got stuff. Y'all saw my garden. I got stuff in the places where it's supposed to go. And I have not redone that collared bed yet. I want to make sure I get everything I need to redo that bed. Because like I said, I'm going to re-amend it and everything. And a lot of the amendments that I want, I'm going to order, because I don't want them little 1-2 pound bags of bone meal. That's all they got around me right now. Same thing with the blood meal. Same thing. Like, I'm like, where the 25 pound? The only thing I can find is 25 pound and 50 pound is the synthetic fertilizers. I don't want those synthetic fertilizers. I'm not saying that you can't use them. I personally don't use them. So, you know, use whatever you want, but that ain't what I want. So I got to order my stuff. So I've got to order the fertilizer that I want online. But I mean, bottom line to what I'm telling you is just know, come on, root. Just know that there's more than one way to do something. You don't always have to do it exactly how you don't always have to use exactly what you saw somebody use. You don't have to, you know. Sometimes I think people just want everything done for them and all the answers and all the stuff looked up, you know. It's just like in school. Were you the person that actually did your homework, or did you want other people to do your homework for you? Take that into account. If you were the type that wanted people to do your homework for you, you might need to pay you a landscaper. You see what I'm saying? This goes back to know who you are. It goes right back. See these little lessons? You see how these lessons I be passing out for free? This stuff is interchangeable. This stuff is interchangeable. And Shaka, I hadn't responded yet. I saw your comment that said how to teach the children. I'm not opposed to that. But I've got to make sure that if I do classes for children, I just kill something on my face. I don't know if that was a mosquito or what. You know how you just feel it and you just know. So now I gotta wash my face because I'm sure I have bug guts. Golly. Anyway, so I'm trying to find, I got to make sure that when the children come to my class to learn about gardening, that we don't have any issues. Because if you get what I'm saying, some people, their parents actually hinder them from being the best that they can, meaning that their parents, I've seen this, and you know, it just drives me insane. The school systems ain't teaching no how. They really not. I mean, you know, and I'm not saying automatically to homeschool your children or whatever. If you can homeschool them, that's fabulous. Great. If you got them in a charter school, great. If you got them in public school, great. Because guess what? I'm public school educated. So I'm proof that you can be somewhat intelligent and go to a public school. This is what I'm saying. My mother never complained about what they had me doing in school unless it was harmful to me in some way, or unless the teacher's teaching style or whatever. But my mother never complained that, oh, this is too much homework, this is too much this is too much that, when they get on their job. Because this is what you training them to do and say. Just because it might be too much for you. Okay, let me back up. I'm gonna need some parents to understand your child may be smarter than you. Or as time goes on, your child may mature to ultimately be smarter than you. But isn't that the goal? You want your children to not be any smarter than you? Because I usually find that people saying these things, they're not the most, they brains. I'm trying to say this as gently as I can say it, because I know what I want to say. I want to say they're ignoramuses. That's what I want to say. But I'm trying to be nice. I have seen parents, and I look at their kids, and I'm like, their kid is smarter than them. It happens all the time. But you should want your child to be smarter than you. You should want your child to be more resilient than you. You should want better. That's wanting better for your children. Not, let me give them every tablet and every this and every that and every gadget and everything. And let me give them everything they want. They want Jordans at 2 years old. I'm gonna get them Jordans at 2 years old. They want no. You should want for them to be a better human. You should want for them to be kind. You should want for them to be intelligent. You should want for them to be quick-witted. You should want for them to be confident. You should want for them to not allow others to misuse them and mistreat them. That's what you should want for the next generation, even if it is not your own children. Because in my case, when I tell you young people, I be telling them all the time, when I see them getting treated bad, I say, come here. Immediately pull them to the side. Don't let people talk to you crazy and treat you crazy. I say, how do you feel in this moment right now? You feel shame and you do not feel good about yourself. Do not allow people to do that to you. It is not okay. So when you sit up and cry, whine, moan, and complain about it's too much in schools, they already not teaching them nothing. And now you want them to do less than what they're doing already? But then some of these people themselves admit, well, yeah, I don't know how to do math. I can barely scratch my ass, in a efficient fashion. But you want your children to be like that too? No. It's too much on these kids. It ain't too much on these kids. These kids is more resilient than you. Get a backbone. You know what I'm saying? And you wonder why the kids are stressed. It is because growing up, you were never put under, if growing up as a kid, you were never put up under any stress. When you become an adult and you get some stress put on you, you damn near lose your mind. And if you think I'm playing, I'm so serious when I say that. Just think about it. Let me ask you a question. How are diamonds created? With extreme heat and extreme pressure. The hardest rock, most precious stone, one of the most valuable, not the most valuable. A lot of people don't know that. They think diamonds are the most valuable, they're not. One of the most valuable, precious gemstones, the diamond, the hardest rock, is created under extreme heat and extreme pressure in the earth's crust. What does it tell you? Now, I'm not saying you should break and kill kids, no. But they need pressure, though. That's why I'm so glad that my mother was harder on me. Because now it's not too much that phases me. You don't need to wait. That crushes adults. Because like I said, I have met people, men specifically, who their mothers babied them so damn much to where now their life is miserable because no woman will put up with them because they're so damn soft, because they ain't never had to go through nothing as a kid. As soon as they cried, as soon as they panicked, as soon they swoop them up. Stop that. Let them holler a little bit. My mama said she used to check me and see was all right. Like if I failed and hurt myself, she'll check me, make sure I ain't bruised, make sure I ain't bleeding. She'll look at me, wipe my little tears. You'll be all right, and walk off. And if I kept crying, she'll let me cry a little bit. She said, eventually you figured out, oh, I'm all right. Guess what, y'all? At about 5 years old, I like all that like falling and crying, running in the shit and crying. Like, bro, I have a gash out of my eyebrow right here. Y'all want to know how I got that? I was swinging at the daycare, swinging like hell, doing something I shouldn't have been doing. I was standing up. You supposed to sit down. I'm standing up. And this is one of them old swing sets that was made out of metal that was real tall. They don't even make them like this no more because kids used to jump off. We used to stand in the seat and swing hard as we could. And I'm telling you, that sucker had to have been, that swing set had to have been, the top of it where the swings attached to was 15 feet high. The chain hung all the way down so you could sit in it. So the chain had to have been like 10 feet or probably more, like 12 feet. You sit it, but we was standing in there and swing. And when we would swing all the way to the apex of that, we were 15 feet in the air and we'd leap out of that sucker. We was just that crazy. We didn't have good sense. Sometimes you leap something and you try to land on your feet, but you don't always land on your feet. We would land any kind of way, and guess what? I'd be scraped up and bloody and everything. And the teacher would be like, "You all right?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm all right." And the teacher would tell my mother she's doing these things. My mama said, "Stop doing that. You're going to hurt yourself." But long story short, how I got this gash doing that dumb shit. But this time, I didn't want to swing straight. I wanted to swing across, catty corner like that. I was swinging, and my swing got tangled up in the girl next to me swing. And we wrapped around each other. But when we unwrapped, if you know anything about swings, when you unwrap, as you get faster and faster. And when I got faster, I whipped around and my head hit the metal pole and busted this open. And so that's why I have a gash in my eyebrow. The hair never grew back right there. I think it's on this side. I'm pretty sure it's right there. But and people thought I had that for fashion. If y'all remember back in the day when people used to cut notches in their eyebrows, people was like, "Oh, you did that for fashion?" No, I just busted my head open. But I didn't cry. I had blood running all down my face. I remember I went to the lady and I was like, I hit my head. The woman was panicking like crazy. I was wondering, the white lady. I was like, why this white lady running around like this? She was losing her mind. What happened? Oh my God, you're bleeding. And I was like, and then finally she calmed down and was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I kind of want you to, like, I need something to stop the bleeding." Oh. See what I'm saying? That was a grown woman. I wasn't even in school yet. I was in daycare. I wasn't in school. We just had a playground at daycare. See what I'm saying? It makes no sense as an adult that the children have to be more calm. And you see what I'm saying? Don't let that be you. And also don't train your children to be so weak and so scary that, you know, they the ones running around like chickens with their heads cut off. Everything is not as fragile as you think it is. You know, everything, it's not the end of the world. It's, child, I just in my head, I just be like, I don't even be knowing what be wrong with these people sometimes. But please, y'all, these schools, they barely teaching anything as it is. If your kids, like for instance, some of y'all children want to do stuff that's going to require them to go to college. Now, I'm not saying every job, because every job don't, but I'm sorry, when in Rome, you must do as the Romans. If you want to be a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, any of those things, it's going to require that you get an advanced degree. You must, not just one, you must get more than one degree to go to school. You get what I'm saying? They're going to test the hell out of them now. They're going to pressure the hell out of them now, because those are high pressure jobs. Those are not low pressure jobs. You see what I'm saying? And then you want them to go out here and excel and be the best? Suck it up. Get over it. It's you. It ain't nobody. It's you. Suck it up. You know what I'm saying? Use that opportunity for you to be better. When you catch yourself, because like I said, this little stuff they put these kids through in school, they don't even know anything. These kids so dumb. I've never seen, not trying to be funny, a lot of these kids, especially these 19, 20-year-olds, can barely read. They can barely express themselves in a fashion that makes sense. Like, but once again, that's also why they have a lot of anxiety and stuff. See, like I said, my mother, I knew when I got out of school I could read, write, count. I knew that I could do at least the basics. I could cook, I could clean. I knew that if something happened, I could hustle up on me some money. You see what I'm saying? I was going to be all right. These kids now, I see why they panic. I see why they panic. Because they don't know how to do anything. They don't know how to do anything. So what I'm telling you is, Please don't complain. All this stuff you know how to do, teach your kids how to do, and then some. Some of this stuff, get out here and learn how to do the stuff with your children. You know what I'm saying? Some of them have these traditions, you're not even passing it on to your children. Your children shouldn't walk in your house and see things and be like, oh, what is that or what is that? They should already know what it is, especially if they're over the age of 10. Because you should have started training them when they was very young. What this stuff is, how to use it, how to do. You get what I'm saying? For the life of me, I don't understand people who cook and their kids ain't in the kitchen with them. I don't understand. For the life of me, I don't understand people who do various different things and their kids ain't doing it with them. Give them the skills. You their first teacher. Not up at the school. Not up at the school. You are their first teacher. So start teaching them. Stop thinking that you don't know anything or you don't have anything of value to teach. You do. Okay? Now, I done potted up all this stuff. I don't know how long this video is, but I'm finna get off of here. But I'm probably going to come back and finish the rest of these. Because I know I got some more cells that I can fill up. But I need to water these in. So I'm going to set these on the ground and water them in. But until next time, see you guys later.